going live. Like I'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you will pick it up.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 2022 Balavihar Annual Academic Challenge Awards Function. First agenda item today will be prayer. Vasudev Pandit Vasudev Kumarji, please unmute your phone and start prayer, please. Unmute, please.
प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टवागुंसस्तनूभिः यसेम देवहितं यधायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नत्राक्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु श्याम्यन्तु घोराणि श्याम्यन्तु पापानि श्याम्यन्त्वायीतयः शुभानि वर्धन्तां शुभानि श्याम्यन्तु घोराणि श्याम्यन्तु पापानि श्याम्यन्त्वायीतयः शुभानि वर्धन्तां शुभानि श्याम्यन्तु घोराणि श्याम्यन्तु पापानि श्याम्यन्त्वायीतयः शुभानि वर्धन्तां शुभानि सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीनवस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ.
Thank you, Panditji. So now we will play national anthems. First, start with American national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now, Janaganamana, Indian national anthem.
Dravida Uttaravanga.
Actually, the video is not showing up.
1 second. I want to make sure that.
And if everyone can go on mute, that would be great. Otherwise, I think it gets mixed up.
Is it coming okay now?
Video did not come yet. Something happened with sharing, I guess.
Should come. 5.
Yeah, this is good.
तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाये तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Happy 73rd Republic Day for all Indians celebrating Republic Day. It's largest democracy and progressing into the 21st century in all directions. Welcome to our 2022 Republic Day annual award celebration function. I will turn it over to HTCC Chairman Manjunath to say a few words about this program as well as Balavihar aspect as well.
Good morning. Namaste, everyone. Thank you, Janaki, for the nice introduction. 1950, 26 January was the day the founders of India started celebrating the unification and celebration of the Indian Republic. 73 years since, India has made a lot of progress in various fields. A lot of water has flown through the Ganges. We came out of the issues around the partition. We built an economy, we built industries, we leaped into the IT industry as well as many other areas. Indian democracy with 130 crore people, 1.3 billion people. Challenges are always there, but there is always unifying voice. With various religions, various cultures, various traditions celebrated across India. It is always going to be that hope that we are all together, we are united as Indians, that matters the most. And that's what our forefathers envisioned for India to be a republic and a sovereign republic with adherence to dharma and virtues and rituals. And that's what guides us at Hindu Temple and Cultural Center of India, Cultural Center of Iowa. We are always in the forefront of making sure that our traditions are passed on to the next generation. Dr. Anil Sahai, the first chairperson of HTCC in 2006, told me, Manjunath, we have to do, other than the pujas and rituals at the temple, we have to also preserve our culture. And Dr. Sahai, being a very pragmatic person, he always encouraged kids to start participating. He said, involve the kids. They are the future of our temple. And with his blessings and his active participation, Dr. Prasad Palakurthi, Pravina Chandar, and many of us started the Balavihar program. Initially, the program was just for kids to come and do shlokas and classes. Then we expanded that into SAT classes, math classes, annual competitions for kids. Ever since, for the last 15 years, we have been doing this every year. Many of the kids participated and enjoyed the program. They brought out the talent in them, and the program flourished with more than 100 to 120 kids at sometimes participating in these programs. This celebration is not just us. It is about the true spirit of Indian democracy, a true spirit of the nature of the Republic, and the true spirit of our association with our motherland. And also for you younger kids who have been participating in this, to have that connection, to have that narrative, to be part of that, the big picture, right? And truly you are all amazing. You have a lot of talent. You have exhibited. I want to thank all the leadership, and Veerain and Smita and all others, Janaki, Shravan, particularly you all have been doing a great job in coordinating these events, making sure that we always do this, continue to do these traditions. With those remarks and with all the best wishes to the participant as well as the leadership at HTCC, I would look forward to your continued presentations, and congratulations to all of you. Congratulations for celebrating Indian Republic Day, and thank you for your time for me. And I'll hand it over to Janaki. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Manjunath, for reminding all of us about the Republic Day and the prominence of that in Balavihar. And this, as you said, this used to be a grand event that we used to organize in a big function hall with hundreds of people attending. With COVID last few years, I know 2020, we had a great celebration at Franklin with nice backdrops, lot of bands playing and all. Last 2 years we have been doing virtually, but nonetheless, we are able to celebrate, and with celebration, we really want to start with some entertainment program. With virtual, we couldn't really organize normal, typical entertainment. We do have our resident and dance teacher, Pragya Yogesh's team performing. So I'm going to start with a small piece of entertainment program today. And then we'll go into rest of the items. So bear with me as I try to pull up the next item. This is a dance performance by Ishanjali Dance Group. Hope you all can see the screen.
Yes.
ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ರಂಗನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾನಿಲ್ಲದಿಲ್ಲವೆಂದು ಬಲ್ಲ ಜಾಣರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾನಿಲ್ಲದಿಲ್ಲವೆಂದು ಬಲ್ಲ ಜಾಣರೆ ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ನಂದಗೋಪನ ಮಂದಿರಂಗಳ ಸಂದುಗೊಂದಿನಲಿ, ನಂದಗೋಪನ ಮಂದಿರಂಗಳ ಸಂದುಗೊಂದಿನಲಿ, ಚಂದ ಚಂದದ ಗೋಪ ಬಾಲರ ವೃಂದ ವೃಂದದಲ್ಲಿ, ಚಂದ ಚಂದದ ಗೋಪ ಬಾಲರ ವೃಂದ ವೃಂದದಲ್ಲಿ, ಸುಂದರಾಂಗದ ಸುಂದರಿಯರ ಹಿಂದು ಮುಂದಿನಲಿ, ಸುಂದರಾಂಗದ ಸುಂದರಿಯರ ಹಿಂದು ಮುಂದಿನಲಿ, ಅಂದದ ಕಳಕಂದ ಕರುಗಳ ಮಂದೆ ಮಂದೆಯಲಿ, ಅಂದದ ಕಳಕಂದ ಕರುಗಳ ಮಂದೆ ಮಂದೆಯಲಿ, ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ರಂಗನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ಈ ಚರಾಚರದೊಳಗೆ ಅಜಂಡದ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆಯಲಿ, ಈ ಚರಾಚರದೊಳಗೆ ಅಜಂಡದ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆಯಲಿ, ಖೇಚರೇಂದ್ರನ ಸುತನ ರಥದ ಅಚ್ಚ ಪೀಠದಲ್ಲಿ, ಖೇಚರೇಂದ್ರನ ಸುತನ ರಥದ ಅಚ್ಚ ಪೀಠದಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾಚದೆ ಮಾಧವ ಕೇಶವ ಎಂಬ ವಾಚಕಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ನಾಚದೆ ಮಾಧವ ಕೇಶವ ಎಂಬ ವಾಚಕಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಬೀಚುಕೊಂಡದ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ಲೋಚನಾಗ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಬೀಚುಕೊಂಡದ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ಲೋಚನಾಗ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ, ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ರಂಗನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ರಂಗನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಾನಿಲ್ಲದಿಲ್ಲವೆಂದು ಬಲ್ಲ ಜಾಣರೆ ಪಿಳ್ಳಂಗೋವಿಯ ಚೆಲ್ವ ಕೃಷ್ಣನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ?
That was excellent. Thank you, Pragyagesh and Ishanjali Dance Academy. Again, it would have been great, in an auditorium with hundreds of people in it, but we'll take as much as we can get in virtual setting. Again, great showing Indian culture and how great Indian history and heritage are. Just that music and the dance forms were excellent. Again, I'm not a dancer, so I'm not really qualified to comment on that fabulous dance, but I did enjoy. Visuals were awesome. And if you notice, right, we have on our backdrop, there's a beautiful peacock and then a logo. Most of you must be wondering, what is this and where is HTCC? For years, in Hindu Temple and Cultural Center of Iowa, CC part, Cultural Center, has taken back seat. And last few years, leadership has put a lot of energy into revamping that and coming up with this, how we can celebrate Indian culture. And came up with this name, IHCC. So I'm going to invite now our Executive President, Viren Amin, and Sridhar Somisetti, who is HTCC Vice Chairman, to talk about IHCC, their plans, and how it fits into this whole grand schema of what temple does. Right? I invite Viren to start the dialogue and share his thoughts.
Thank you, Janki. I'm going to share my screen. And see if there's any issues. You should be able to see a big slide, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you for this opportunity to provide an update, and more than an update, it's a vision that that we all know. None of that should be surprising, right? From the beginning, 15, 17 years back, even on paper, as HTCC started taking shape with Dr. Sahais and those brave founding 20 plus some families who created this beautiful temple out of nothing in middle of nowhere. And so right from there, they had a vision that it is HTNCC, Hindu Temple and Cultural Center. So this is not a new vision. It's just we are trying to take action based on the original vision. What is that CC part? We just give a little more recognition. It's about India heritage and our culture. So it's not necessarily a new entity, but it is a facility and what we do under that facility. It's much needed. For last so many years, we have seen whether Diwali getting canceled or even Mela one year because of extreme weather getting canceled, New Year Kalyanam, and all Balavihar activities and festivals like Holi celebration, all those that are not necessarily religious or ritual parts of our HTCC activities, but more on a traditional cultural, social, festivals, celebrations, and all under that category. So we now have made huge progress in making this dream come true. I'm just representing many people, not only board members, but so many non-board members, the community members that are not even necessarily on the HTCC's email list. So it's not even necessarily those who believe in or who actually follow Hinduism. So there is all aspects of our wider community that have started joining. Once we put the vision and the plan together and then discuss one-on-one, it is bringing a lot of excitement. So let me give you an update where we are. I assume most of you have seen the brochures or may have participated in Bhumi Puja that happened several months back. And during Diwali, I believe November 4th, we had on-ground site visit. The whole ground is all cleared up and we had floor plan marked for on-site walkthrough. So that is the plan. And let me just walk through a few slides just to give you an idea what the project is. Here on this slide, temple is on the right side or the east side. So this whole facility is on the west side or towards the river of the temple. So our beautiful temple front is not at all getting affected or destroyed by this new facility. It will be right behind the temple, about the same width of the temple. But you can imagine the size of this. It is not necessarily by the scale, but it is about 2 or a little bit more than twice the length of the temple. It is just about 20,000 square foot space. We started out with, okay, let's build a little extra space for 5,000 square foot. As we started talking to more and more families, one-on-one visits, we learned that either do it right or don't do it. And what is doing it right is about this size, and what community will start doing a lot of functions that we have missed doing it, a lot of activities, classes, and celebrations and talent shows and all Balavihar activities and so on. So this facility will allow us do that independent of what the weather situation might be by living in central Iowa. This is just a little rendering. On the left side is the back side of the temple, and this is where the ramp starts on the lower left corner. So the new building will look like something like this, and the construction will begin in May, June period, and the building will start taking shape, and the interior finish will go on for the rest of the fall season as we line up all the subcontractors. It's very tough situation for the construction, but we are moving forward with the excitement that the first phase of fundraising has brought in. I'm not going to go in detail about the floor plan, and when you visit the temple, just pick up a brochure if you haven't already. There is a 3-fold brochure. Pandit ji or our manager ji can help you look at that, and just study those. There is a lot of detail there, and feel free to contact any of us. You can just generally see the left half is our multi-purpose space, and right half is our routine weekend activity space. There is a large dining area with a large kitchen. Just giving you perspective, the new kitchen is a little bit larger, including storage. It is a larger size than our existing Hanuman, Panchmukhi Hanuman or Dhyan Mandir area, what used to be our lunch or gathering space. That is the size of the new kitchen. We are not cutting short, and it is not a restaurant kitchen, but it is a full commercial community kitchen where more than half a dozen volunteers will enjoy cooking. So we have taken into account how we need to use this facility for festivals, for kitchen cooking and all that. And so I'll just give you that general idea. On the left side, it's a large gathering space, multi-purpose space with a stage. So that will allow us to cater to a lot of activities. And there is a partition in the middle. So once you open, it's a free flow in the dining area and so on. And a large entry and foyer with tons of space for coat racks and shoes. So you can imagine the bottleneck event is our Diwali and New Year Kalyanam and those kind of big events where you enter from here, go into the temple one way, do puja, Lakshmi puja and so on, and come out this way and kitchen side, take your plate and enjoy your dinner without shivering in the cold weather. So that's what allows us to do activities, just an example of the partition between two areas. Just imagine all these Balavihar activities happening with a modest stage, and people are watching, so almost like a reality show. So we want to provide kids and in future adults an opportunity to showcase their budding talents, whether it be a speech, debate, and anything where this really creates that mahol or create that ambience or environment to give them real world experience, whether it improves their leadership skill, their confidence, and while doing that, they learn more things about India, heritage, culture, and all that we strive for. Yoga classes can happen. Some band activity, musical bands can happen. And of course, roundtable gathering for wedding and other formal events. So again, I want to emphasize to this group, Balavihar group, and all the parents and kids, we want your feedback also. So imagine next year, if everything goes on plan, and I hope that at least by end of this year, we will have this facility up and running. So imagine 2023 Balavihar, January Balavihar event. There is a live talent, live speech presentations on the stage with audience and judges feedback, like all the reality shows you watch on TV on a little smaller scale. You can imagine live drawing and essay writing on those round tables and with the judges walking around for reviewing the progress. Not intimidating, But this is where it really becomes very interactive. Live science fair presentations, and of course, food being served in the dining area. So parents, grandparents can spend time there also. And of course, regular activities, classes in person and online, just like the whole world. We will end up doing hybrid type sessions, all kinds of sports. We will have the basketball hoop and few other sports that as we can, we will start introducing, depends on the interest. And special activities, as I said, I'm all for doing similar events for parents also. So my request to all of you is to get involved. Money is only one aspect, of course, very important aspect, but don't get intimidated by anybody coming to you for pledges. That is not the primary purpose, but get involved. Allow us to schedule a visit. We have visited 130 plus family. When I say we means, it's a core team with non-management people, non-board members also. It's not about North versus South versus East versus West. We go as a team, and that allows us 1 hour time for one-on-one interaction. So many families have really appreciated that they had this opportunity to learn in detail about the project and give the feedback. This plan grew up from all these feedbacks, including we have a little area for chai station. And all those details came from this feedback. So it becomes our own thing, not that few of us create a design and then you have to use it. We want this whole project to be your project as well. So that's what you might hear from us, those we haven't visited. We would kind of contact and request, but please don't feel intimidated. It's about to for one-on-one discussion for 45 minutes, 60 minutes. We don't twist anybody's arm for pledges. It's all upon your free wish, as and when you can. And feel free to contact any of us. And on the brochure, there are names you can generically send to admin. There is another email for ISCC. Myself, Sridhar, are trying to put a name to this. So feel free to contact for any questions or any way you can volunteer, discuss your skills and what is your passion. We can find an area where we definitely need help, and it's a good match for you. So let me stop there, and we'll have Sridhar say a few words on that project.
Thank you, Viren. Good morning, friends. Thank you for the opportunity. As Viren has alluded, this is going to be a reflection of our culture and our heritage. This is the opportunity for every one of you to participate in this gigantic project. And I want this to be a reflection of our culture and of our values. You know, our kids are grown up, but people who with younger families, this is going to be your place to celebrate everything. Our job as board members is to create a fertile ground on which you can sow anything and do whatever you envision for the temple and for the culture. We want to be proud saying that we have created this and we leave a legacy to our next generation. There are 3 things we can do. Apart from the funding, obviously, the most important thing that we are really looking for is have all the families come in and give their input and also see how best they can participate in this project. Someone may be interested in interior designing. Someone may be interested in how to set up the stage. Someone may be interested in audio, video, or lighting. Come on over and please help us, because I think this is going to really help every one of us. I have nothing else to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sridhar and Viren. Again, we are not having Q&A on this one because mainly this is event function, but by all means, as Viren said, please do send your questions, comments, inputs to the mailbox or reach out to any of the temple board members, and we'll be happy to connect you. And now, like Viren said, we all would love to see by next year this function happening in person. We're going to have America Got Talent type great stage lighting. Imagine, and yesterday I saw someone doing a Smash Park celebration. If you look at Smash Park, it's all but this community hall, really. we don't have to go to Smash Park and other places. If we can have our own space where you are not pushed out, hey, you need to clean the floor, you scratch this floor, pay $200. You have your own community center where Indian cooking is allowed. You can have your own samosas, everything, right? So love to see this. And thank you, Sridhar and Viren, for your leadership in this. And now, as we move along on today's program, I'm going to request Smita Nishant, who has been taken active part in conducting academic competitions. Again, this year and last year, we didn't use the word competition for two reasons, right? It is more of a challenge than compete, right? And because I think Viren is the one who said, right, kids get great experience attending these challenges, right? Because at schools here, not a lot of friction, right? Everyone is taught everything nice, rosy, but really, unless you see yourself next to another person in a challenge, you are not going to go to the next level. In Sanskrit, there's a saying, Spardhaya Vardhate Vidya. That means, the more challenges you have, you're going to grow stronger. So this is a healthy way of engaging kids into that type of duel and showcase their talent. And Smita and team did a wonderful job of organizing that events, I should say. So I would invite her to share how the program went and also each competition, right? There were categories and all. She's going to talk about that. Smita, when you are ready.
Thank you, Janaki. So first of all, I would like to thank everyone on behalf of HTCCs for giving me this opportunity to conduct Balavihar Challenge. I have been involved here for almost 17 years, but having this opportunity to serve as a leader is a great thing. So I really want to thank. Balavihar has been in existence for many of you already know that it's been there for more than 15 years. As long as I lived, I have known this word. Balavihar is there. So before my kids were born, and I was like excited about, okay, someday my kids will definitely be participating in this, something which is very near and dear to me, education. So that's why I got very excited when I got this opportunity. This organization was started to conduct classes for K through 12th grade students, kids, along with annual academic competition, giving a platform for kids to showcase their strength and grow confident each year. So competitions were held in various categories such as Math B, Spelling B, Geography B, Science B, Essay, Speech, Drawing, and Talent. But with the COVID, and we had to revamp, last year we had to revamp into a new format that's like this virtual format. And as you all know, the technology has definitely brought us together and given us a lot of success in doing this online live session. So we had to cut down for the challenges that how many events we can do. So instead of doing all 8 and 10 different events, we ended up doing only 4 events. And like Viren mentioned, that if we, with all the community support and with all of your support, if we get our community building, definitely we're looking forward for having an in-person event next year. So I would say good luck to all of us because we want this to up and running in next year. So that's our goal for this year. And with that, I'd like to take a few moments before we can go further into the presentation piece. I'd like to thank all the leaders, like Manjunath, our president for the temple. He mentioned a lot of names, like Dr. Prakash and Uma Palakurti, Pravina Chandar, Sanjay Srivastav, Shravan, Janaki, Dipesh Marfatia, Viren Amin. And now it has passed on to us. So Smita Nishant, I am here. Gauri Apte, she helped me last year. They moved out of town. Many of you may be friends with her. Niranjana, she stepped up to help me. And Tripti Sharma. So all of us, we all want community involvement. We want everyone to come and share our work. It's a truly volunteer work, but it's a very satisfactory. Trust me, once you are done, start your year with such a satisfaction that you accomplished something You gave your time to the community. Towards the end of the year, when you reflect on, this is one of the achievements that I was so proud of myself last year, and I'm going to be proud this year again. So thank you so much for opportunity. And with that, I would ask Janki to share the speech category. Before we start, I want one more thing. Before we start, I would like to ask Niranjana to speak her experience about the Balavihar. She got involved first time.
Thank you, Smita. And thank you, HTCC. I feel so fortunate and blessed to be part of this team and this opportunity to get involved. Well, let me just, take you through with the experience which started last year. I got introduced to HTCC Balavihar in 2021 as one of the judge. And I was so surprised and amazed to see how wonderful these children were. And that made me excited to be part of the coordination team this year. And yes, the HTCC team was very much accommodative and pretty much receptive towards it, to extend the hands to welcome new people who wanted to volunteer. And this year, I got opportunity to volunteer as a coordinator for this program. And let me tell you, this was an amazing journey. Though we had a very short time period, we started by first week of January. And trust me, there is a lot go behind the scene to conduct this kind of event, getting everybody together and keeping the limitations, the virtual world in mind, and limited possibilities, what you can do and create an impact. So yeah, the kids were amazing in different categories. And I just feel like, this kind of platform, when we are providing to our kids, it's so wonderful. And as you rightly said, that they need to get challenged, right? There is one very important thing which I always believe, that critical feedback. It's very important for self-development, and there we come and we really push our children to do better. And I really congratulate participants and the parents to, the way they all got involved in the whole process and just made it happen. And with all these experiences, I would like to say, and how I see HTCC, I do not see HTCC as an entity which is part of the temple, but I see HTCC as a partner with all the parents in the process of development of our children, which is a wonderful thing, the way we are expanding our horizon to work together. So thank you so much. And yeah, I will go on and talk about more, but I know the limitation of the time. So hand it over to you, Smita. Thank you.
Thank you, Niranjana. Well said. And also it's a good reflection on all of us that we definitely cannot make anything successful unless the parents and whole community come together. Just like we say, to raise a child, we need a village. So same thing. For our own child's development, we are doing this. And it's also our self-reflection, our own self-growth. After listening to all the kids, I was amazed. I was like, very little I know. And these kids, like such a young age, they're all inspirational and everyday to me. So with that, I will start with our first category that we conducted. And this year we did like similar to last year, we divided the groups into 4 different age group category. Some of the events, due to a lack of participation, we had to merge. But the category most of you already know was like a sub-junior category. They were from kindergartner through 2nd grade students. They participated, and also from the junior category, like 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade kids participated. And senior one is like middle school kids, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And ninth and onwards, like high school kids, were conducted under senior 2 category. So we wanted to give age appropriate healthy competition, but we are not saying competition because it's nothing like in a negative way. We wanted it to be on a positive. So we are saying it's a challenge. So speech is one of them, and it's very favorite to me because communication, that brings us, all of us together. As a human, that's our biggest strength, the communication. This is how we connect with each other. This is how we make the words makes the impact to the people. So speech is one of my favorite category. So we can go to the next slide. And this year, the speech category judges, we have Anu Parsa. Anu, you already, most of us in Des Moines area, we have known. She has lived here in several years, and she is a renowned judge and judge by profession, and a very down-to-earth person. I have seen her and met her, but she never feels like she's such a high achiever in herself. She lives with her husband, Rahul Parsa, who is a professor, and she lives with her 2 daughters, Kavya and Shivani. So Anu has been supporting Balavihar competition, and being judged is actually a good privilege for us. I did not find her picture, but you already know her by face if you are in this town. So with that, I will move on to Praveena Chandrasekhar. She is the one who is the founding member, I would say, and the backbone and the pillar for the Balavihar. Praveena, most of us, you already know, she's a wonderful woman, and she always inspired me to do the good and encourage kids to for their professional development and skill development. She has lived here in Des Moines for over 21 years and has been associated with the temple from the day one. I definitely admire her passion for that. Praveena lives with her husband Chandar, who is also equally involved within the temple and the community. So both of them are leader and very inspirational couple for all of us. Praveena lives with her daughter, 2 daughters, Sabrita and Ragvi. Sabrita recently graduated, and Ragvi is in college. Our next judge category for the speech is Srinivas Komandre. Srinivas has been living in Des Moines for many years, and he's been associated with healthcare administration, where he's managing an international healthcare program. I think that makes him well equipped to understand the writing skills and presentation skills. So I would really like to thank you so much, Mr. Srinivas, for your valuable inputs and assessment, and always supporting Balavihar, because this is the journey for everyone's parent and kids, because we are all learning from different professional, different background people, and we are growing. Our next judge in the speech category is Anika Yadav. Anika is a sophomore in Waki High School, and she is one young person who inspires me every day. Being my daughter, and her thought and passion impacts me a lot, not only in everyday life, but also in my professional work. A lot of times she is a very perfectionist, and she loves to empower the community, and is very involved in younger kids' enrichment and their professional growth. She loves to mentor young kids and has been involved in robotics, technology, leadership, writing, etc., and have received several recognitions in the field. So Anika got this opportunity last year. She first time participated as a participant. This year, she has shown a tremendous growth potential. So we asked her to judge a younger group, so sub-junior and junior category she judged this year. With that, we can go to the next slide, please. And this is the clip of one of the clip where we were doing the speech competition. So this is the clip, and here you can see Anu Parsa judge. Now I did not have a better picture, so that's why I didn't put there, but you can all see there. So with that, I would like to pass on to Tripti to talk about drawing. Janki, next slide, please.
Next slide, please. Okay, thank you, Smita, for the great introduction and sharing all the details. Hopefully my voice is clear. Good morning, everyone. This is Tripti Sharma, and I was one of the coordinator, just like Niranjana, and I have similar experience. What Niranjana was mentioning, it was a great experience for me to working with all of you this time and supporting all of those Bal Vihar events. I'll just go with all the list of judges what we have participated. I'm just looking at the slide, so we'll just go one by one and then we'll talk about them.
So I have want to make sure do the drawing or essay with me.
Janki, just go to next slides. We have a drawing category in the next. Just skip to a couple of slides. Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah. So as you can see, the first judges we have this year is Neha Mahajan. Neha lives in Johnston with a beautiful family. She is trained in fine arts and fashion design. She has been teaching arts to kids and adults in US for so many years. She also has exhibited her work in various exhibitions and was well appreciated. I have personally witnessed her amazing work. I have seen her Facebook event and all of those beautiful works. So when you get chance, please look at Neha Mahajan on Facebook and follow her. The second judge, if you can see on the next slide, please, it's me. I was one of the drawing judge this year, and I was also the judge. I was one of the judge last year as well. Last year was my first opportunity. Just Smita reached out and asked me if that I can be the judge for the drawing, and that was a great experience. I have seen all this young generation coming with so beautiful creative minds, and they are just so great. So this year I was also helping with the coordination of those Bal Vihar event. As you see that I have been living in Des Moines for almost like 10 years, currently living in Clive and working in John Deere. Music and arts are just my passion. When I get time, I do spend some time, try something out with different colors. So I just want to say to all our participants, young generation, all our kids, that never limit yourself to what you know or what you just not comfortable with. Just go. If it's life or canvas, they both look good when you try to fill them out with all different colors. So just go and explore all of them. Thank you. I'll just move on to the next slide, please. Dinesh Vishwakarma. Dinesh Vishwakarma was also one of our drawing judges this year. I think the third slide. Yes, thank you. And he lived in Des Moines for almost like 10 years and recently moved to North Carolina. But I know that even though he lived to Cary, North Carolina, he was ready to support us for this Bal Vihar event as a drawing judge. So as you see that he seems to have a very strong balance of right and left brain. If you understand that correctly, he is a tech guy by profession and an artist by heart. It's rare to see right quotes and art coming out of some hands, right? So wow, that's nice. That's great experience, Dinesh. Thank you. I'll just move on to the next slide, please. Tripti, yeah. So Tripti Upreti is also one of our judges this year. She is an inspiring architect in the science and technology field and currently working in Madison, Wisconsin. She has been passionate about art since the age of 5, which has provided her with opportunity to stay connected with Hindu temple for over 10 years. In her free time, she loves sketching and enjoying design houses, flyers, brands, etc. She is the person behind our HTCC and IHCC logo. If you see everyone's background, that's the logo she has designed. She is fabulous as a person as well as very talented person. So I'll just conclude here and thank you so much. I'll just pass it on to Smita.
Thank you, Tripti. What a fabulous talk about all these inspirational judges. So being a judge also takes a lot of effort for us to have a good judge selection, So bring your talent community. If you are there, you need to come in one of our eyes. So we selection committee can invite you and get you more involved. I would ask Janaki to please go back to slide 4 for the essay writing. This is one of the topic that's very near and dear to me. So like I said, communication is one of my biggest strengths. And I really want everyone to have that clear communication, clear thought process, clear writing is very important for all of us to be very successful in our, not only in day-to-day life. Raising a kid as a mother that's also a very good thing to have, because you are building a personality which is going to be lived there for another decades and going to carry on your passion and things with you. So this is one of the it's very near and dear to me. And with the essay, the Professor Dusa, we have the judges, and I had been doing judging for the essay. I've been involved in the SIFMA organization, and I have represented Wells Fargo there for several years. And I have been judging their essay competition. So this year I decided to be part of the judge, as well as being the coordinator. So Professor Dusa is our first judge here, and he has lived in Des Moines for many years and has been very involved in the community growth and enrichment of the kids and participants, especially for the essay and writing and college level writing in kids. That's his passion. Srinivas, you have already seen Srinivas. He's very generous to be the judge for the another category. It's really hard for having one person commit for more than one category. So we are very thankful for Srinivas to participate in this category. And I already talked about him. He's a very accomplished person and very passionate to grow our Balavihar community among all of us. And you already know me. I have lived here for more than 17 years, and I've always been involved, and I will be involved always. So we can go to the next slide, please. Okay. These are the clips from the essay competition. As you can see, I was very inspired with the kids' write-up and the way they written. And they're the junior kids. So their handwritings are really, really good, very neat and clean, and very clean thought process. That I was very inspired with some of their topics. And then we can go to the next slide. So this year's topic were like for the younger kids were My Santa Gift, and these kids had the talk about the favorite season. So a lot of good comments came. A lot of kids really liked winter. A lot of kids really like summer. A lot of like spring, because they're always involved with their parents, grandparents, and some really like the vacation for India. So those are the lot of like a kid's thought. So we were very excited to judge them. We can go, yeah. So the senior category, the 1 and 2 we did for this event, and we had like almost for each category, we had like almost 30 to 40 students participating. That's a big number in the virtual event like this when we are setting up. Good thing, as I mentioned earlier, the technology is definitely bringing us a lot together. It's much easier to flow, much easier to understand, and much easier to do it. But we definitely want to have in person, because in-person interaction is something different. And if we do these excitement, I remember I used to always attend as an audience, not as a leader, not as an organizer. So as an audience, I was pretty excited. I can't tell you the excitement for the in-person when we will have sometime in future for these events. So senior category, this year, the topic was a life of a trash collector. Such a thought-provoking topic. And the kids had only 15 minutes to prepare. And these kids are not very old. They're like 6th, 7th, 8th graders. They're middle school kids. And I was amazed with their thought. I was amazed how passionate they are. They're always thinking from their heart. They're always talking from their heart. And when they were writing, they were very clear. So any job in this world is, we should not always associate with the money. We definitely need to live with the livelihood. But the kids wrote it very clearly. They're passionate because if we don't have a trash collector, it's really hard for us to live in a clean and neat life. And that is so true in a pandemic, in current scenario, when we all need to maintain our hygiene. That is such a thought-provoking topic. And I wanna thank Praveena for, she always comes and amazes me with the topics that she gives to the kids. And this is a true nature of leader. Leaders does not always need to be a Superman or someone, Wonder Woman. You can be a leader because you are enlisting and seeding, you are enlisting the seed throughout the childhood. And with these programs, we have seen that. Same topic, so the different topic for the senior 2 category was this year was like success in your own words. Success in your own words. We always feel like, okay, I'm successful at this moment because we live in USA, we are very privileged, have a job, we're blessed with house and kids and friends and families. But think about success could be different for different people. And when I read all those essays from the kids, it was really eye-opening for me. A lot of things were really eye-opening for me. So with that, that was such a fabulous journey for me to be an essay judge. And I would like to congratulate all the parents, all the participants, and everyone. So with that, we can go to the next category here, talent. So Niranjana, it's up to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Smita. Yeah, as you rightly said, each and every category and each and every performance was just amazing by these little young ones. So similar to other challenge categories, we had talent challenge as well, where we had categories for sub-juniors, juniors, senior 1, and senior 2. Due to some streaming, live streaming issues which might occur during the live performance, we decided to, get the recorded videos from the participants and then play those videos during the event and share with the judges so that, they want to revisit the videos, they can revisit and then do the right justification with the scoring. So this was the format where participants shared their videos with us about their different talents. And we were able to play them on the Zoom during the meet. And we also got an opportunity to interact with each and every one of them, where they just spoke about themselves and about their talent. So let me just tell you, these children, each one of them, when you were playing this video, were just, amazing me every single time. Something or other, someone was just singing, someone was playing piano, someone was dancing, someone was showing their taekwondo, someone was playing with the Rubik cubes. And I mean, there was so many instrumentals, such a variety. We were able to witness, and I was so fortunate to witness these little ones. To me, what I feel, and I think the parents, and you would agree with that talent is not just a skill that, I know this and that's it, to just showcase. No, talent may work as a what is talent? When someone does something which they really enjoy, right? And they gain expertise in that, and it becomes passion to them. So to me, talent is more like your internal personality, which you reflect, which gives you that satisfaction, that relaxation, that meditative. It is meditative. Each and everything what we witnessed for each and every participant. So it is not just a skill; it is much more than what the skill could do. And and we with this amazing children, we had a group of wonderful judges with us, who generously, accepted our invitation and willingly, they came forward to be as a judge for this event. So the first judge I would like to introduce here was Pragnya Yogesh. Well, what to say about her? Most of you would know about her, how wonderful dance artist she is. Pragnya is an artistic director of Ishanjali Dance Academy, where she has been imparting various classical and folk dances of India over 15 years in Des Moines and places around Des Moines. You just witnessed, in the starting, how a wonderful performance by Ishanjali Dance Academy is when we started this event. She also represented a non-profit organization called Culture All as their culture ambassador. And I believe, yeah, she well deserved that. I'm sure he would have done great justice to the role. Thank you, Pragnya, for being so generous to join us as a judge. Our next judge name is Penny Ferguson. Well, when we were just, collecting the information about judges, I was going through with the writer, which she shared her achievement and everything. And I was a little odd. I was wondering where to start, where to end. There was so much to talk about. But yes, due to limited time, I had to, I tried summarizing a little. Penny is another example of, as Trupti rightly mentioned, great example of that right strong balance between the left and right brain. She was a pharma graduate, and later who found her love and passion in dance and theater. She is executive artistic director of Gateway Dance Theater, Des Moines, has been celebrating art for last 50 years. And I got aware that her academy, her dance theater is celebrating 50th anniversary this year. So congratulations, Penny, for that. All right, and yeah, she has also performed with Ram Gopal Company and Off-Broadway production, and is a recipient of YWCA's Women of Achievement Award. Right, it feels like, I'm just talking about some celebrities, it's so inspirational about them. So thank you again for accepting our invitation to judge these little young ones and share your valuable inputs and feedback about it. Okay, next move on this beautiful judge with a beautiful smile, Surekha Praveen. Thank you, Surekha, for taking out time for being a judge for a talent category. And I still remember very clearly your lovely smile on your face when you were giving in-person feedback to these little ones. It was so adorable. Thank you. So Surekha is a very talented dancer and artist, and has been living in Des Moines for many years, blessed with two wonderful daughters, and who are equally, of course, my mother is so talented, the daughters has to be. So your two talented daughters. She's always involved with HTCC, with family and friends, very passionate about dance, which was absolutely obvious during the competitions. Have been choreographing free form of dance and teaching kids. She loves artwork. And recently, she is exploring another skill, and she was introduced to mandala art form. And these days, she is on another exploration journey of exploring this new way of art and enjoying that. Thank you, Surekha, for being so wonderful judge with us. Thank you. Can we move on the slides? Yeah, this is about some of her dance postures and her beautiful work. Look at that, the kind of art which she's exploring. It is so interesting to know. Next slide, please. Yeah, how could we forget to capture the nice, loving moments from the whole event? I thoroughly just loved it, So these are some screenshots of different categories. And look at the smiling face all over. They look so super excited. And I think more than that, I was getting super excited about it. All right, on that note, I again want to thank all the judges and hand it over to Smita.
Thank you, Janaki. So I think the moment that we have all been waiting for the whatever talent, whatever effort we put in, so the moment comes when the winners are announced. So I hope everyone is ready. Give me thumbs up. If I don't see you on YouTube Live, just start jumping. So now the moment has come. We're going to announce the winners for each category and each event. So with that, we can go to the next slide, please. So this is, second. So this is the speech sub-junior category, and the winner is Sasta Kode. And the second place goes to Pavani Konda. And the third place goes to Hansika Cooper. Sorry, I'm gonna mispronounce your last name, so I will skip it here. So Hansika got third place. So congratulations, and give a big round of applause to everyone. Congratulations for the sub-junior category. Now we can move on to the next slide, please. This is the junior category speech, and we have a winner here, Anika. Anika is a one talented girl. We always get inspired with her work and ethics. So Anika, good job for your speech. I think you definitely mesmerized the judges. And the second place goes to, it's a tie. It was so hard to not to give more scores to these young ones when you start hearing them. So we have a tie for that. And the second place goes to Nikhil, Siri Reddy, and Sai Tansi Bandru. So congratulations. And the third place goes to Atiksh. He had a very short and sweet speech. I think judges really liked it. So congratulations to all of you. We can go to the next category. Give a round of applause, everyone. Thank you. So the next category we have here for the speeches, senior 1 category. And the winner is Prajanya. Prajanya is also a very inspiring young kid. He spoke very well, very thoughtful speech he had. And the second place goes to Kirti Kode, and third place goes to Advait Akela. So congratulations to all of you. Please give a big round of applause. Now, next slide, please. So the speech senior category, and the award goes to Anika Yadav, first place. She spoke very well, very thoughtfully and organized way she spoke. The second place goes to Arvind Balaji. He also had a very good, nice, thought-provoking topic. And the third place goes to Medha Mandumula. So congratulations to all the winners. Now we are moving on to the next category. Now we have category essay. Sub-junior category, we have a winner. The first place goes to Advika Meher. Good job, Advika, for writing very clearly about the topic that you were provided. So good job, Advika. And the second place goes to Advait Kakunath. We did not have more participants for this group, so we don't have the third place for this category. So give a big round of applause to these young ones. We can go to the next slide, please. So the essay junior category, Sai Tansi Bandaru is the winner. Good job, Sai. Your handwriting and your essay were very clear, very neatly and organized. So good job for that. Keep it up. The second place goes to Vriste Nanji. Yours were also equally well. And the third place goes to Sasta Kode. So give a big round of applause to all these young kids for their achievement. Congratulations. We can move on to the next category. So for the senior 1 category, so this was my favorite topic, essay, like I said, the life of a trash collector. This was such a big topic, and the judges had a hard time not to give scores. Every kid had a very good perspective, a lot of good writing style we saw this year, and we have a lot of tie for that, so you can see that. Winner is Kirti Kode and Prajanya Manchikandi. So 2 winners this year for the first place. And the second place goes to Advik Bajpayee. Congratulations, Satvik, Vijay, and Srinika Makal. So good job. Congratulations to all of you. And the third place goes to Advait Akela. Congratulations. So keep up your good work, kiddos. You are really a good writer. So the next category. So we have a senior 2 category, And this is, so the winner is Anika Yadav. That's the first place. And the second place goes to Arvind Balaji. So congratulations to both of you. We can move on to next category, please. So the next category, like Tripti said, so the kids and the judges, we all enjoyed loving and seeing their drawing, their artwork. So for the sub-junior category, the winner, we have a tie again, Aviram Kumar Alaparthi and Shreya Nagarla. So congratulations to both of you for the tie for the first place. And second place goes to Advika Mehar. Congratulations, Advika. And third place goes to Bishwa Balaji for the sub-junior drawing category. So congratulations to all of you. We can move on to next category. So for the junior category drawing, we saw a lot of creativity here. As you grow from like a sub-junior to junior, there is a big leap. And when you go from a junior to senior, it's also a tremendous leap. You can see the difference, the thought process that kids bring to the art. How they think and how they make their thinking alive is actually a very inspirational to all of us. The first place goes to Sai Tansi Bandru. Good job for bringing your topic to life. The second place goes to, it's a tie again, Revant Akela and Sriram Kumar Alaparthi. Good job. And I have known Revant personally. He always loves to draw. So I would say that. The kids that I know personally, I will definitely speak out. Okay, so the third place goes to Anagha Manchikanti and Anmol Gonjikar. Anmol is also equally talented. He was also participated in all different categories. And Anagha also participated in many categories. So congratulations to all of you. Give a big round of applause. You can go to next category for the drawing. For the senior drawing, we had a lot of, so for this category, we merged senior 1 and senior 2 because of the senior 2 had a very less participation. So we merged the topic together. And this is also a very eye-opening for all of us, how they big leaped from 6th grade onwards, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. So they were competing together. So the winner for this is Kirti Kode. Good job, Kirti. The second place goes to Avinav and Nikhil Vadaguri. So you both tied for the second place. So congratulations. And the third place goes to Srinitya Dasari. Congratulations, Srinitya, for your achievement. Okay, so now we can go to the next slide, please. So next category is talent. So talent sub-junior category. It's really hard to not to give scores or not to adore their personality and their talent, because I don't remember whether I was equally talented. I don't have any because we didn't have much technology. There's no record for that to, reflect on me, how I was when I was young kid. So it's just based on memory and my parents, what they say. But they definitely say I was good at speaking. Now you can see that, just a reflection. But for the talent, I would say the winner is Advika Meher. She did a fabulous dance. So congratulations, Advika. The first runner-up is Sanvi Kulkarni. Congratulations, Sanvi. And the second runner-up is Advait. So congratulations for all these sub-junior category kids. We can go to next slide, please. For the talent runner-up, we also had a lot of tie here. So for the first place, for the junior category, winner is Anmol Gonjikar and Niharika Udupi. Congratulations, Anmol and Niharika. Give a big round of applause to those young kids and keep up your good work and talent. The second place goes to Samvi Vijay Anbukumar. Congratulations, Samvi. And the third place goes to Vristi Inanji and Srinidhi Dasari. So congratulations to all of you. We can go to next slide, please. So for the talent, we did have 2 different categories for senior 1 and senior 2. For the senior 1 category, the winner is Satya Iyer. Good job, Satya. So keep up the good work. Good job. The second place goes to, it's again Thai, Advaita Kela and Akul Gunjikar. So congratulations to both of you. And the third place goes to Suvan. Good job, Suvan. So congratulations to all of you for the senior 1 category. The senior 2 category, we have a winner here. I have known Medha. Medha is a very inspirational, another inspirational woman, unlike Anika, I would say. She's very talented. And she was also the one who was playing piano for the Janganman. So congratulations, Medha. Good job for your talent. Keep it up. And the second place goes to Nikhil Waduguri. Nikhil, good job. I even like your drawing. So good job. Keep up the good work. So with that, that concludes our results. And before we move on to next topic, I would like to thank our sponsors. Without sponsors, we cannot do a lot of all these work that we are doing. So sponsors, they come and they help us to have the event for the such as prizes to sponsor their prizes. Sometimes they also sponsors their dress codes and other events. Because we are doing online, so we have just limited sponsors for the prizes this year. So we have Namaste India Supermarket. They sponsored us this year. Thank you so much for their generosity. So please give a big round of applause to the Namaste India. And second sponsors we have this year is the ePath USA. So thank you so much for your generosity and keeping up, inspiring us every year to continue the Balavihar work. With that, I think that's all the presentation we have. So I will give it back to Janaki. Thank you.
Thank you, Smita. Number one, for organizing the competitions and gathering all the volunteers to conduct, as well as soliciting for sponsorships. You really held major portfolio this time. Really appreciate it. And all this during COVID pandemic, when everyone is getting sick, so had to deal with a lot of at home personal sickness also. So thank you. I would request Shravan Mandamula to say a few words as we conclude this program, thanking all the participants and others. So Shravan, over to you.
Thank you, Janaki. Hello. Thank you all. Wow, that's an amazing list of categories and the participants. So congratulations, all the winners, and congratulations to all the parents and participants. Right. So as we keep saying, it's a challenge. It's an opportunity for every kid to continue their motivation. So it's a platform to help you motivate yourself and then see the art and talent in the community. So congratulations, everyone, again. As we have been talking about community growth here in Des Moines, right? The visionary like Anil Sahai, Dr. Sahai, Dr. Palakurti, with all their vision is what this thing have. We are able to kind of celebrate these challenges every year. I remember all the time Dr. Palakurti used to say, when we were here, there wasn't any talent or anything anywhere where they can take their kids to learn any Indian culture. Of course, they did their best, but because of their vision, today, we are able to kind of, bear the fruits. So, I myself, I'm here 20 years. So the day that I came to Des Moines, temple opened. So cultural activities continued on. So again, thanks to all the visionary and leaders for making this happen. I also want to kind of briefly talk about our community, how it grew, right? So not only like we have been our doctors, technology, like IT professionals. We have started seeing some of the parents in schools, right? So, in order to get to a school and then be a teacher, it's not easy, right? As an immigrant, it's not easy. I have been like in the last 5 years, I have seen several community members being part of the schools. So it starts from the roots, right? So there are parents like Indian parents, immigrants in the school teaching kids. So that's a very good sign how we are able to make the difference, not only in our own community, but also in the schools, which also kind of, continue in that trend. You can see Indians in school boards. You can see Indians in, city councils. You can see Indians running for state positions. So it's definitely a vibrant community, like, giving back to, Iowa, right? So we have been here, as Smita said earlier, we have been here. We feel we are success, we feel the success that we are here and then, having good life here. But giving back to the community is also one of the key factor of the success. I was amazed to see how, kids talked about success, one of the challenge that they had, like, success in your terms. So again, I want to congratulate everyone in the community to take, taking the leadership in different roles across Iowa and even US, I think. Yeah. And then I also want to thank, all the coordinators. Thank you, Smita. Thank you, Niranjana. Thank you, Tripti. Without you stepping up, we couldn't have done this, right? So when we were debating in December, should we do this or not? Of course, there is no doubt, should we do it? It's a matter of how do we do it? Like, or do we have manpower? Smita, thank you for, quickly reaching out to Niranjana, Tripti, and then them accepting just before Christmas. And then we said, okay, we got people. Let's go celebrate Christmas, come back, and then start the rest of the plan. So thank you for that. And then, thanks to our executive president, Viren, for always behind this, right? So he has been guiding us. He has been helping, he's very methodical. He's very, he wants to make sure everything is good, clear, so last year he set up the framework. Of course, every year we have been setting up frameworks so that it helps next year to continue a bit. But with virtual, last year was different, and we had to come up with a lot of different frameworks. So Viren has been instrumental in getting that framework established last year, and then it kind of continued. That framework helped us to continue this year's virtual event. So thank you, Viren, for your leadership. I always get inspired with the way that you think and how you put everything formally. So thank you. And then last but not the least, Janaki, our creative director, he's like, you can see the beautiful background of all of us, right? So he does things like magic within an hour. Like, he doesn't even need an hour, sometimes maybe a few minutes. He just get things done. So without his creativity, we would not be able to kind of conduct these virtual events. So last year we had this, and then this year again he always kind of exceeds year over year. So thank you, Janaki, for hosting us and hosting us beautifully for this event. Last but not the least, I would like to thank the community, thank all the family members of the coordinators. So I myself, I have to thank my wife, and of course all your spouses, the coordinators. Like, you have been spending so much time, and on the side, spouses are like, are you going to spend all the time here? So last Sunday was like that. It was a long day. So thanks to all the spouses and families, and thanks to parents, participants for joining us today. So thank you.
Shravan, before we adjourn, can you tell participants about how they can collect trophies if we are planning?
Yeah. That's one thing I missed, and one more thing I forgot to thank one person. So thanks to Piyush. Piyush helped us with the talent in sharing all the screens. It's not easy to have a pre-recorded video running on the kind of talent live streaming. So thanks to Piyush. for helping us on the talent. So in regards to the awards collection, we are hoping to have a drive to come and collect at the temple. So February 6th, we will confirm through email one more time, but February 6th is our tentative date. So all the participants and winners can come and collect at the temple. So hopefully, temple is open 9 to 6 on Sundays. So if you can come like around 10 to 12 o'clock. On February 6th, we have Basant Panchami. It's a very auspicious day for Goddess Saraswati. So we will be celebrating, Goddess Saraswati Puja that day. So it would be nice to have you all come that day, get blessings from Goddess Saraswati, and get your medals. So it's a great day. I think it worked out well for that day. Thank you, Janaki, for reminding me.
I want to add quickly one thing. So this year we are doing, all participants are getting medals and certification for participation as well. So please, all participants and families, please try to stop by to the temple and look for the email like Shravan mentioned.
Thank you. Signing out.
Signing out. Thank you, Jai Hind. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.